what were some of your weaknesses, or what was your biggest weakness that was stopping you from becoming an ambitious agent?
Biggest weakness is, I think a lot of people have, is being afraid. I was talking to an agent the other day and Bill says, oh yeah, she's afraid of her own shadow. Well, I remember that. That's no joke. You're afraid. I remember I was afraid that I was too young. I was afraid that I didn't have a nice enough car. I was afraid that I didn't know enough. And it just piles up and it paralyzes you. And as the years went on and I learned and I grew and Bill's talking about reading books, we read books, we talk to each other, we do business, and we have to lose that fear. Also, years and years ago, I went to a seminar where I learned about the guts gauge. Do you know about the guts gauge?
I don't. Tell me about it.
There's a gauge, it starts down here, where you can ask questions like, hi, what's your name? And as you go up the guts gauge, you can ask questions like, what would it do to you, Greg, if you couldn't sell your house? It would take a lot of guts for me to ask you that as a seller, right?
Yeah.
So I learned how to step out of my comfort zone with this guts gauge.
Looking back at some of the things you talked about, like being scared about the car you drove or being scared about what you were wearing, looking back, did any of that matter at the end of the day?
No. But it was huge at the time. It was huge. I drove a really crappy car. I drove a car that sat on the ground like this and it was yellow and it had brown plastic seats. And I remember I would walk out to my car with someone and they'd look at my car and they'd say, oh, I'll drive. But it all worked out.
Yeah.
There's always a way to get around it.